Have you ever wondered what it would be like if life wasn't just one story, but every story ever told? If your brain, your body, and your imagination were all wired to experience everything all at once? That's meta-niche. Fitness, comedy, tech, finance, gaming, parenting, philosophy, art, space exploration, dark humor, meditation, cooking, entrepreneurship, all of it colliding in one chaotic, beautiful, absurd universe. I woke up this morning and immediately my body was like, time to do a HIIT workout. My brain was like, also let's learn Python, finish that essay on quantum mechanics, and practice Japanese. Meanwhile, my phone buzzed. Stocks were tanking. Someone had sent me a recipe for a souffle. A podcast about the history of the Ottoman Empire had an episode about ancient baking techniques, and my cat somehow hacked my Wi-Fi and was live streaming the neighbor's dog. So naturally, I tried to do all of it at once. Push-ups, while debugging a line of code that might be controlling a Mars rover. Drinking coffee, while mentally preparing a business pitch for a startup that sells artisanal socks made of recycled AI algorithms. Laughing at a stand-up special that somehow perfectly summarized the current geopolitical climate. And let me tell you, nothing feels as alive as juggling the entirety of human knowledge, skill, and absurdity simultaneously. Fitness meets gaming when I strap into a VR headset that tracks my heart rate and literally turns every squat into points for leveling up in an RPG. Meanwhile, motivation collides with finance when I realize that the number of steps I walked today could theoretically earn me a small income if I sold them as NFTs, and don't even get me started on the philosophical implications. Is life a game? Or are we the NPCs in someone else's meta-niche experiment? Lunch is a challenge in itself. Attempt to cook a recipe from a medieval manuscript while following a TikTok. Hack about efficiency and listening to a lecture on AI ethics. Somehow the eggs turn into scrambled code and my blender tries to process the meaning of existence. I post a picture online because of course every niche has its own social media dimension. People comment, is this art? Is this science? Is this a financial metaphor? And I just nod because yes, it is all of it at once. Parenting advice hits in the middle of all this. I imagine teaching my future child how to meditate, invest in stocks, code a mobile app, and write a Shakespearean sonnet all before breakfast. Suddenly, I'm thinking about discipline, not just in fitness or career, but discipline and curiosity itself. Because meta-niche isn't about doing one thing perfectly. It's about exploring everything fully, deeply, and unapologetically. Comedy plays a huge role here. It's dark humor, absurdity, satire. It's the glue that keeps my brain from imploding under the weight of infinite niches. I laugh while learning, laugh while cooking, laugh while solving a puzzle, and sometimes laugh just to survive. Humor teaches resilience in a universe where every idea, skill, and topic exists simultaneously. Even travel enters the mix. I daydream about visiting the pyramids, hiking Mount Fuji, scuba diving in the Mariana Trench, and attending a tech conference in Silicon Valley, all in one day. While packing, I'm also learning a new language, composing a short film, and calculating how many calories I'll burn during the trip. And of course, I realize I need to document it all. Vlogging, tweeting, posting on Instagram, blogging. The content ecosystem never sleeps. Science, art, and philosophy start merging.
I wonder how quantum entanglement could explain my inability to stick to a diet.
I try painting a self-portrait using only colors named after cryptocurrencies. I meditate on the ethical implications of AI while simultaneously learning how to solve a Rubik's Cube with my toes. And somehow it's fascinating, terrifying, and hilarious all at once. Even finance, tech, and entrepreneurship collide. I check the stock market while analyzing cybersecurity threats and brainstorming a new startup that combines AI, eco-friendly gadgets, and educational content. I realize that if I don't act now, my ideas may be obsolete by tomorrow. The irony. I'm also laughing at a cat meme, because in meta-niche, every niche is valid, even nonsense. Late afternoon hits, and I dive into history, reading about obscure wars, forgotten empires, philosophical movements. I overlay that with music theory and coding practice. Somehow I connect the rise of the Byzantine Empire with best practices in personal productivity. And yes, I literally tried to explain that to my dog. Evening comes, but there's no downtime. I attempt meditation while doing home improvement, review a math concept, cook dinner, and plan my next viral video, all while discussing politics with a friend online and practicing stand-up comedy in my mirror. By this point, I realize life in meta niche isn't multitasking, it's omnitasking. Every niche touches every other niche. Every moment teaches you something new. Every tangent is a lesson in chaos, curiosity, and creativity, and yet there's beauty in it. Beauty in the absurdity, in the infinite learning, in the fact that every skill, every hobby, every niche, from the weirdest obscure pastime to the most mainstream pursuit, can exist together. Meta niche is a celebration of human curiosity, resilience, and humor. A reminder that life doesn't have to fit neatly into one category. You can do it all, experience it all, and find joy in the chaos. So here's the question for you. If you could explore every niche ever created, master every skill, and experience every curiosity, what would you try first? Comment below, because in the meta niche universe, every idea matters, and nothing is off limits.